poppin', and if you subscribe, you could be poppin' too. So, last week we spoke about type 1 and type 2 hair, and this week we're doing type 3 and type 4 hair. So, type 3 and type 4 hair falls under curly hair. It's actually curly and coily hair, so that's what we're doing. But yeah, let's get into this. So, just to recap, what is hair types? Hair types are the category that your hair falls in based on how straight or curly it is. So, type 1 hair is straight hair, type 2 hair is wavy hair, type 3 hair is curly hair, and type 4 is coily hair. Each hair category has subcategories, A to C, A being the loosest version and C being the tightest version of the curl of that hair type. So yeah, let's do this. Type 3 hair is curly hair, so the generic curly kind of look. So there's 3 categories. Type 3A is the loosest version. It has more loose, bigger curls than the other two. This hair is very shiny. It's very loose as well, like you can like swing it around, it moves around a lot. The curls spiral more so than coil, you know, like they're more wavy / ringlet looking more than like those twisty ringlets. Type 3B hair has more springy curls. They're a lot less loose than 3A. They don't have as much movement, so they don't really swing around when you move your hair. They're still light. They're much lighter than 3C curls. The difference is that they're coarser and they're thicker. So if you touch it, it doesn't feel silky. It feels more soft than silky. Curls aren't naturally shiny, but they do have a lot more volume than 3A hair. 3C hair is the most dense out of the type 3 hair types. It also has the tightest curls and the most volume. So type 3C is actually known as curly coily hair because it's moving more onto the coily side, but it's still curly because it's not as tight and it has a definite curl pattern. There are 3 main problems that people with type 3 hair face. The first one is dryness, the second one is frizz, the third one is curl definition. So a lot of the time dryness contributes to the other 2 problems, frizz and curl definition. So if your hair is dry, you probably do have a lot more frizz and a lot less curl definition. So the best way to combat this is to moisturize your hair. So use a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner and products that don't leave your hair dry, but at the same time don't use too many oil-based products because those can leave your hair greasy and dirty looking. If you have an issue with your hair looking dry, try looking into deep conditioning treatments. So deep conditioning masks, hair masks, you can buy them or you can make them yourself. They're really good for your hair and it's really great for you to do them like once or twice a month, and you'll see the difference like immediately. My favorite ones is the coconut oil. I have a video about that. If you haven't seen it, just check it out, it's on my channel. But coconut oil is really great because it seals in the moisture and it helps with hair growth. Something else that could help you is the products that you use in your hair after you wet it or just before you're styling it. So if you don't already have a moisturizer for your hair, invest in one of those. They're really great because after you detangle your hair or you wash your hair and you want to put it up in a style, you can just put that moisturizer in there and it really helps retaining water in your hair and it doesn't have that dry look, and also it doesn't break as easily. Leave-in conditioner is a great product to use. There are a lot of leave-in conditioners out there. I personally have a favorite brand. I use AfriTrue, so that one works for me. I love that brand, but you know, whatever works for you, use that. So you can use a leave-in conditioner or you can use a hydrating cream or hydrating gel. Products you choose can also help with your curl definition. So if you're looking for a moisturizing curl defining gel, you can get 2 in 1 and your hair is moisturized and you have super great curls and they're just like popping. Yeah, so check those out. Check out some products for your hair. Make sure to keep it moisturized. And then for your frizz, you could get a frizz spray. Those are really helpful. Just spray it over your head when you're done styling. After you wash your hair or when you're about to style, just spray that frizz spray in and the frizz will be gone like that. Okay, So the shampoo you use is really important. Make sure you get a sulfate-free shampoo. Sulfates strip your hair of the natural oils that it does have and leaves it kind of dry. So look for a sulfate-free shampoo. Once a week should be the maximum amount of time you're washing your hair. And during the week, if you feel like your hair is dirty and you can't go for a full week, do a co-wash. So that's a conditioner only wash. It cleanses your hair, but it doesn't strip it. So secondly, conditioner. So the conditioner is basically, it moisturizes your hair, it keeps it tangle free and everything. So choose your conditioner wisely. Choose a conditioner that works for your hair, that detangles your hair and keeps it moisturized. Curly coily hair is difficult to detangle. It's better to do it when your hair is soaking wet, or else you could break it or it could rip and then your hair is not gonna grow. So the best thing to do is to detangle your hair in the shower when it's soaking wet. Use a conditioner of your choice. Use a conditioner to detangle your hair because it really helps the comb slip through. And when you're using a comb, if you're not finger detangling, use a wide tooth comb, because those are very helpful. They don't tear your hair and they don't pull out knots. If you come across a knot, try to take it out with your fingers before you comb it out. So that's detangling. So the products you use are super important. It's great to get curl defining products. If you don't have curl defining products or you can't find any, use conditioner. Just normal conditioner. Just put it in your hair. Your curls will pop. They will look great. But if you want to try something else, leave-in conditioner is also amazing. I use the Afro Choose leave-in conditioner. I don't have any to show you right now because I finished it. But their leave-in conditioner is amazing. They have a whole line of products for curly coily hair that are great. They're all curl defining, and personally those are my favorite products. I've been using them for about a year now and I love them. Everything works differently for everyone's hair. So if you have a product and you like using it, keep using that product. Drying your hair. If you have curly coily hair, then you're probably gonna be wetting your hair a lot, like almost every day. So drying your hair is part of your routine. So what I like to do is I like to air dry my hair because it dries really quickly. Air drying your hair is really great. You don't lose any definition. It keeps your curls looking nice, and at the same time you're not using heat, so you're not damaging it at all. But if you don't have time and you want to blow dry your hair, use a diffuser and put the blow dry on low heat setting, or your hair will start to get damaged by the heat. And then treatments for your hair. If you have curly hair, it's really great to do deep conditioning treatments at least once a month. I like to do them twice a month because it keeps my hair moisturized and looking clean, and it also helps a lot with growth. You can either buy them or you can make your own at home. And lastly, trim your hair in the split ends because they're not helping with growth, they're just contributing to breakage. So that's what I have for you for type 3 hair. Next we're going to be moving on to type 4. Type 4 hair. This is coily hair. So once again, there are 3 subcategories, A to C, A being the loosest and C being the tightest. So type 4A hair, a lot of the time there's some curls present. Type 3C curls present in type 4A hair. If you stretch type 4A hair, you can see a clear pattern. It's an S-shaped pattern. It's just super shrinked down. Type 4A has the least amount of shrinkage of all the type 4 hair type. Okay, type 4B hair. This hair looks really light. It has like a fluffy kind of cottony appearance. And it doesn't have an S-shaped curl pattern, it has a Z-shaped curl pattern. Type 4B hair is really dense and it's really thick. Type 4C hair is the most common out of the type 4 hair types. Yeah. Have a defined curl pattern. It's a lot like 4B hair, except it's a lot more dense and much thicker. There's a range of different types within 4C hair. So you can have really thin hair, or you can have thick hair, or you can have coarse hair, or really soft hair. But if there's no defined curl pattern, then you have type 4C hair. Dryness and breakage, which leads to lack of growth. So dryness, a good way to combat dryness is to get some really good hair treatments, deep conditioning treatments. So you can buy these or you can make them yourself. You can make hair masks. My personal favorite is the coconut oil treatment. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. It's on my channel. But yeah, deep conditioning treatments are really good for your hair. They lock in the moisture and keep it looking fresh and silky and healthy. Secondly, breakage. So a common myth is that type 3 hair and type 4 hair don't grow as fast as type 1 and type 2. Hair grows at the same rate. The only difference is type 3 and type 4 hair are more prone to breakage. So what this means is that your hair is breaking faster than it's growing. So it looks like it's growing really slowly. So to avoid this, what you can do is just look after your hair. Look after your hair and it won't break. You need to be gentle with your hair. Respect your hair. Give your hair the respect it deserves. Don't pull it. Don't rip through it with combs when it's dry. Just be gentle with your hair and it will make a huge difference. If you're detangling your hair, do it while it's wet or damp and the results will be amazing. Secondly, to avoid breakage, try to get a satin bonnet or satin pillowcase or even a stocking. It really makes a difference. Basically, what it does, it protects your hair from the friction of your head rubbing against the pillow and your hair breaking off because of that. Protective styling is a great way to protect your hair, thus protective styling. But yeah, protective styles are great. They keep your ends from breaking and they keep your roots from being stretched, provided you don't get such tight braids that you know your hair falls out, but I doubt that will happen. Protective stylings are really great to avoid breakage. And lastly, avoid heat and chemicals because those damage your hair, leave it dry and prone to breakage. So yeah. Okay, so shampoo. Sulfate free. The most important thing is to get a sulfate free shampoo. If you want to add on to that moisture, get a moisturizing sulfate free shampoo. Those are great. They'll lock in the moisture and your hair will look amazing. Washing your hair. So try to wash your hair 2 to 3 times a month. So that's every 2 to 3 weeks. You don't need to wash your hair every week. You definitely don't need to wash your hair every day. Since it's super prone to breaking, just wash it every 2 to 3 weeks and you should be good. Conditioner. Get a moisturizing conditioner. It will make a difference and it will definitely help. Really great if you use a deep conditioner every time you condition your hair because you're not washing it or conditioning it that much. So when you do condition it, use like a deep treatment conditioner. Use conditioner when you're detangling your hair because it really helps the brush slip through easily without hurting or pulling your hair. Okay, detangling. You want to detangle your hair when it's wet or damp at least. Because if you're trying to do it when it's dry, your hair will break, it will cut, and it's gonna hurt a lot. So detangle your hair when it's wet or damp and it will make all the difference. Use your conditioner while you're detangling it because then the comb will slip right through and it'll be a lot easier. Use a wide tooth comb while you're detangling. Just to avoid ripping your hair unnecessarily. Treatments for your hair. I mentioned it earlier. Deep conditioning treatments are great and hair masks are amazing. They lock in the moisture, they help with growth, it's just overall good for you. And then lastly, trim your hair. I know it seems weird and unnecessary, but you do need to trim your ends. It will make a difference. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope I gave you some insight into your hair. Just remember that you can have a lot of different hair types or hair patterns along your hair. So you won't only be like, I'm definitely 3B. You could be 3B, 3C, and a little bit of 4C. Or you could be 4C with 3C in your hair. So try to find something that works for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, a chicken fight.